Sup fans, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another movie review, and today, we'll be quickly doing a spoiler-free review of Transformers 1 coming up right now, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. Alright guys, quiet on set. Scene 1, take 1. Action. Boom! Now, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share with your friends, and also hit that bell for notifications because, well, it helps the channel out. And if you're new here, welcome, sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Transformers 1 is the story of Orion Pax and D17 or D16. Basically, Optimus Prime and Megatron, when they were friends, they were known as local miners, and basically they were known as the kind of like the lower class or the working class, where they were just like, they were Transformers that are born without a cog for them to transform in, and all the upper class, they all transform because they were born with cogs. Well, I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but there's a reason why for that. And so basically it's a friend, they have a friendship which is really wholesome and nice until they get to the stress cog because they meet B127 or B157 Bumblebee before he was Bumblebee himself, played by Keegan-Michael Key. And basically they get a distress call, and also Alita, played by Scarlett Johansson, she tags along, and she gets called out, she gets all in the ruffles with them and all that stuff. And they meet up with a Prime, played by Lawrence Fishburne, and he gives them these cogs, he gives them the unlocks true potential, but then later they find out there's a lot of corruption of Cybertron, and they're trying to take down the whole political side of Cybertron and all that stuff. And well, that's when we also get two conflicting things like ideologies with Optimus or Orion Pax and Megatron. So that is where my plot synopsis is gonna be right there. So let's get on to the review. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna get straight right to it. Actually, then again, I don't know why I said that. I really love this movie. This is actually the movie that Transformers fans, like especially the hardcore fans from the 1980s cartoon and the toys, this is the movie that you guys been dying to watch, because this movie delivers everything that you want in a Transformers movie, and then some. Actually, this movie legit, I gotta say, one of the big thing I love about this movie is the heart of it, especially between the brotherhood between Orion and D. Orion is played by Chris Hemsworth, and D is actually played by Brian Tyree Henry, who is one of my favorite actors right now, man, one of my favorite actors of all time. They're both amazing. The voice acting for the two of them, it is just amazing, and it's authentic, and you really feel like they're friends. And also, it's very sad that you know what's gonna happen with their friendship, especially towards the end of the movie. It is just heartbreaking to watch. But then again, it's like when Megatron becomes Megatron, you don't agree with his genocide or his warlike ideology, but you get where he's come from, especially when you watch the corruption and all that stuff from Cybertron. And with Optimus Prime, he kind of, you could pretty much see him on the same boat, but then again, he's doing it more of a honorable way, in a more peaceful way rather than a less violent way. And I gotta say, I just love this evolution that Orion Pax, before he becomes Optimus, he's the troublemaker out of the two. With D, he's basically following orders and all that stuff, following the system, and then, well, he finds out, you know, he's heartbroken by how the politics are with Cybertron. And it is just so fun to watch their evolution, but also at the same time, I just love that the heart between the two of them and their chemistry just works so well. And it's just so heartbreaking how this movie ends. It's the supporting cast, Alita played by Scarlett Johansson, and Bumblebee played by Keegan-Michael Key. They are great. I gotta say, Keegan-Michael Key, I love him, but some of his jokes do not land for me in this movie. But other than that, he was not annoying. I really enjoyed him. And I like that he starts off as his goofball character until the more honorable warrior he becomes, and basically Optimus' right-hand man that we know and love. Freaking man, the Prime played by Lawrence Fishburne, oh my god, Lawrence Fishburne's amazing, man. He's just awesome in this. John plays Sentinel Prime, that's an amazing performance, man. John makes me laugh a lot in this movie. His line there is really cool, but he's also very sinister and all that stuff. So that is really cool. Steve Buscemi as Starscream, mwah, perfect. I never thought I would see something that awesome, man. The animation, now that I'm gonna go to the animation is superb. You know, it's a little clean and all that stuff in some areas. It looks very superb. It's not as overly detailed and sharp as also like the Pixar and other animated movies. It is still, in a way, in its own right. It just fits, you know? It really freaking fits. And I like that the animation, I just like that this movie also shows you what Cybertron was. And you even see Cybertron as a character with the folks and everything before it became, well, pretty much nuked to crazy during the war of Cybertron. And it really feels alive. You really feel like you're there, and Cybertron, which is really cool. The score, although it can be generic in some areas, it's not repetitive and all that stuff. I actually find it quite charming. Now, I just love how fast-paced this movie is. For an hour and 45 minutes, it feels like it's an hour because, in my opinion, you get really engrossed into the characters, man. This movie has a lot of heart and a good, you know what, you can say it's a simple story, but it's a good story. And the movie puts the story and characters first before you sell the toys. And then again, it kind of makes you want to buy the toys because, man, I want to buy the Megatron toy, man. That for this movie, that is so cool, man. I freaking dig it. So yeah, this movie has great characters. Voice acting is good. The story's pretty solid. The score's pretty nice. And before I wrap it up, the animation, but also the cinematography, well, just the way this movie looks, it's so beautiful. It's so grand and big. And also, again, I almost forgot the action. Holy crap, it is crazy. It gets dark. In some areas, it feels like a nice kids movie, but it becomes like this grown adult film in some areas because of how violent it gets. So, you know, maybe bigger kids are more suitable for this movie, but man, this movie, the action is brutal. It looks brutal and it looks very brutal in some areas. And it's fun, but very, very brutal in areas, especially in the third act. I don't want to give it away, but when D becomes Megatron, it gets hella crazy and violent, man, and it is just awesome. So yeah, it has all those elements. So I would give, actually, honestly, despite some of my criticisms, yeah, I think the score is kind of a little generic and Bumblebee kind of like, he's a little like, he doesn't always hit for me and all that stuff. And also, I also gotta say, some of the storyline beats, they're kind of predictable, but then again, I feel like they had to play it safe in some areas because it is a family movie, but also like, you know, but also like this is a movie that's trying to reinvent and try to bring back people who are turned away from Transformers, especially the older fans who were turned away, to bring them back. I can see why they play it safe, so I pretty much gloss over in some of that stuff. So with that, fuck it, you know what? I will give Transformers 4 a 5 out of 5, man. I gotta say that's, if I were to give it a rating, this is an amazing movie, and I gotta say the best Transformers film I've seen, animation and live action wise. I love Bumblebee, but it does feel like it's kind of a rip-off sometimes of E.T. and all that stuff. And as much as I enjoyed Rise of the Beast, some of the scenes, it just feels like they go on forever. And also the whole G.I. Joe thing, you can do without it. And I still enjoyed the first Michael Bay movie, even though like some of the movies I can't stand, and the Michael Bay sequels, less said the better. So yeah, that is my spoiler-free review of Transformers 1. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much for watching my video. So let me know down in the comment section down below. Have you guys seen Transformers 1? What you guys think of it? I would love to know. Please let me know down in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinions on it. This is Javi from JAVIWOOD Productions signing off, and hope you guys enjoyed the show.